I remember being about 12 years old when I first started smoking marijuana, drinking, smoking cigarettes, and addiction began to be a regular part of my life as a young person. By the time I was a teenager, I was using after school, on the weekdays, weekends. Not too many days would go by without some kind of drug, alcohol. I always thought that I could change whenever I was ready. I could just make a choice and stop the madness. So I would just go about my life day after day, never really thinking about the future, never really considering the fact that I had no control over my addiction, because I always said, I'll just stop whenever I get ready. And I remember walking out of a bathroom after doing a large shot of cocaine and seizuring out. And I remember waking up from that seizure with my friends standing over me crying, saying that they would never use cocaine in that way with me again because it scared them. And I went into the bathroom with a pale face and dark circles under my eyes. My cheeks were sunken in, and I stared into dark eyes and wondered who had I become. And as I faced that man in the mirror, I realized I didn't even know myself anymore. The good person that I was as a child was gone. And I knew for the first time that I was an addict, for the first time that I was a junkie, that I needed help. I needed something big. I needed something real to happen to me. And that's what I began to learn was possible at Eagle Creek Recovery. And when we begin to learn about the God that created us, the God who made us, and that He had the power to make our lives new, to change us, it made so much sense in that state of brokenness, because I knew that I couldn't change myself. I knew that it was more than just good morals that I needed. I needed total change, and new life is what the staff members at Eagle Creek began to teach about, that it was possible to be made new, to be totally changed. And we just believed it, and I remember something igniting in my heart, and I agreed with it 100%. I said, I know that's possible. I believe that can happen. And I put my faith in Christ, and things began to change. I can remember the feeling of true life just flooding my heart. I can remember the torment that was in my mind just leaving, and thoughts of peace and joy. I can remember when I really didn't have a reason to be happy, but I was so happy. When things weren't put back together yet, but my life was completely full of joy and peace and happiness. And one of the greatest things in the world to me is seeing that take place in other people. When I see the lights come on in a dark eye, when I see peace replace conflict, when I see love replace hate, when I see self-control replace anger, it does something in me that is just eternal. There is nothing quite as addicting as seeing other people's lives change by the power of God. My name is Ben, and I am transformed.